Ooh, I can't wait to hear y'all responses for this one. And I will start with Nubian. How can Black women as a whole be protected better?
Ah, sometimes when I hear that protect the Black women, I'm like, we screaming that, but it ain't happening. It just becomes watered down. Just because I think really because of the state of where we are as a people. We as a people, from what I can see, there's not a lot of respect for the Black man. So if we are not respecting our Black men the way that they should be, they ain't gonna never protect nobody. They will never get to the place of protecting us because we're gonna always be moving towards the fem movement of feeling like we got this ourselves. And that's gonna be always, button heads. I've seen a lot of Black women, come across situations and Black men not do anything. No man do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they just watch. And I think that says something about a humanity. People kind of mind their business. They don't really get involved. Even when Brittany went to court, if protect Black woman was a thing, there would have been some Black men outside that courthouse, mad as hell that police officer beat that girl up. But there was nobody there but her husband. And even when she was being assaulted by the police, her husband couldn't do anything but stay there and stand there because the police was the authority in that situation. How was he going to protect her? How? I feel like in my home, I'm protected by my sons and my husband because of the mutual respect and love for me, the things that I do. In the movement space, when I'm out protesting, I have brothers that I know 100% got my back. And I got theirs too. It's an equal thing. It's protect Black men, protect Black women over here. I think that it sounds good when we say it, and I say it and I feel fuzzy on the inside. Protect Black women. But if we want to be real serious about that, we got to go deep, deep. And it has to be conversations happening between Black men and Black women, because we have to go back to where we lost respect for them at, right? And then there has to be like a healing process to get us to a place where Black men want to go and sacrifice themselves for Black women again, because they will go and jump in front of a bullet for some of these other races of women. They're just more protected, period, by Black men and other men, all men. But it's something about, it's something about the Black woman where we have just gotten so strong with this femme movement. They have moved our men right the hell up out of the situation. And we're kind of just out there doing our thing on our own with some men. Some men are there, not a lot. It's nothing like it used to be. If you think about in the 60s days, it was mostly men out there. Women were home with their children. Right. That has definitely reversed. And now the people that are saying that and really putting forth the effort to protect Black women are white people. Young white people. So I don't know about that one, Kelly. That's one we got to work on.
All right. Jessica and then Courtney.
Okay. I'm the part you said about they have moved the black man out of the home. And I get that from the past, but how long are we gonna keep saying they still at the home? They're just not doing nothing in some homes. And in some homes they not there, and then some homes they don't want to be there. So we have to, just like when we talked earlier about accountability. Let's take it back to that word when we talk about the black man not protecting the black woman and not being in the house. So you can be, we in a whole nother era. It's time for y'all to come on back. Nobody's really necessarily, I don't see in 2021 pushing you out. Not at this point. That's just my opinion on that. As far as protection, and protection is not always physical. It can be, we get on this blue app on Facebook, the way we come at each other, or we talk about each other. Protection can start there. Just respect. That's a level of protection. I do think that, and I'm gonna use this as an example. When we, going back to policing black women. I saw a post some years ago from somebody who is a leader in the Dallas community, where a sister got her door kicked in by some guys. And it was pretty much victim blaming in a post where he was just like, well, she was a stripper. Like that was the excuse for them kicking her door in. And, it's got to be a point where, there is never an excuse for that type of behavior from men. I don't give a damn what her goddamn career is. And I think that the issue with protection is, if they don't see you meet the standard, you don't qualify for the protection. That's just my opinion. And I think that's something.
Can you repeat
that's
that?
Definitely something that's cringy as hell.
Jessica, can you repeat that?
I said, if you don't. Okay, I said if you don't meet their. Hell, I done forgot what I said. Shit. If you don't meet their standard, you don't qualify for their protection. Is what I said. And I see that. I see that on these guys' pages. I see that in these comment sections. I see that in these damn groups. When they talk about a black woman, hell, you could be getting your ass beat. They might not stop because hell, she fat. She a stripper. She this, she that. So you see it in what they say. I'm just saying. But that's why I just made sure I just got my little 9mm. I'm good over here.
Ooh. She protected herself, that's for sure. Courtney, Michelle, how can black women as a whole be protected better, in your opinion?
Well, I agree with everything Nubian was saying. Men want to protect femininity. They don't want to protect when they see black women telling them that we don't need them, niggas ain't shit. I don't need a man, which has been ingrained in us for a long time, because we did have men that left us, especially during the crack epidemic. And so we was raised as, make sure you don't need a man for nothing. So if we're taking on a role as men, as being a provider of the home and, putting career over family and having kids out of wedlock, if we're doing all this, what are they protecting? We haven't been giving men anything to protect. We've been so strong and independent and not worrying about them. And then something happens to us, and then we're wondering where our men are. We haven't needed them. So they don't have anything to protect. Men want to feel like a provider. And they want to be like your husband wants to be your covering. But if we're not being feminine and we're being feminist, then they're not protecting that, because that's not what they want. And to piggyback also on Jessica, I think it's a little different when we say that we don't see men taking care of the home or anything like that. I think for a very long time, Black women, we've had babies and not wanting to be with a man. If you look at the divorce rate, it says the complete opposite. Women are leaving men. We leave our men. We go to try to look, hypergamy and try to get someone better, someone more attractive, someone that can handle all this. We've been leaving them. So the protect Black woman, I understand it, But first, we have to give them something to protect, and we've dropped the ball on that.
I'm sorry, I'm just soaking everything in. I love how the panel is just so diverse, because I do see, and I do agree with you that Black women have lost our femininity, but at what cost? Like, what this country has done to us systematically, what it's done to our men to remove them from the home, it's like a double-edged sword with that. And as host, I try to stay neutral. It's so difficult. I just want to chime in with protect Black women, just because I'm taking host privilege too. Something that bothers me when the statement, we say protect Black women, but a lot of times, I remember particularly when Kamala Harris first announced herself as VP. She was called all types of police and F that B and all that. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, she was from law enforcement, but this is a Black woman. So why is it protect Black women until it's a Black woman that like thinks differently from you? Or even the way we treat Candace Owens. And I know that's controversial, but that is a Black woman. But people are quick to dog her because her political beliefs are different. So protect Black women. I feel it should be across the board, no matter, like Jessica said, if you're a stripper or your size or your political beliefs or affiliations. If you're a Black woman, Kintu, you should be protected because we're Black and we're supposed to stick together. That's how I feel. So,
I heard my name. What's up? Huh? What?
Oh, okay. You all right, brother? Tech is good. You can step out.
Well, I do have a question on that, Kelly, because
go ahead.
To just say we need to protect Black women because they're Black women.
That's how I feel.
Some women, Black women, don't deserve protection. If you're going to be or act like a man, if you're going to square up with a man, and that man knocks you out because you've been trying to knock him out.
Don't say his name here. He don't have no voice here. He can later.
You talking about
going back to where you came from.
Hold on, what happened now? What happened?
Go ahead, Chairman.
What was the question?
No, Courtney was because I said I think Black women should be protected, period, regardless of okay, let me clarify. Regardless of their political beliefs, regardless of their size, regardless of their profession. Now, if a Black woman is endangering another Black man by squaring up, of course not. So let me.
Well, when you use it in that type of
now go ahead, Jessica.
Your sound went out, Jessica.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Oh, she's talking, probably making a good point too.
I know, right? We can't even hear her.
But does that make sense, Courtney? I completely agree with you. I would never raise my hands to a Black man, but I was speaking as far as just women who, again, may have a profession that they disagree with or look down upon her size, or in being a woman, we should be protected. I just don't like the way, again, just working in politics, I just think it's like crazy how we say protect Black women, but then when Kamala Harris comes out as potentially the first historic VP, it's F that B. That's the first thing. No support. It's F that B. Or Candace Owens, F that B. These are still Black women who are articulate and successful in their own right? But because they think politically different from us, we're quick to tear them down, and we're tearing them down. So that was my point. But go ahead.
Being on a public platform, and I hate when people say this, but it is true. It just depends if you're willing to handle it. Everyone, if I was white, if I'm saying something they don't like, white men gonna be in there, that stupid cunt, so they will. I get messages and I get dogged out on the show a lot of time by people that don't like what I have to say. So should men say, don't you say nothing negative about her because she's Black? No, I'm putting myself on a platform in front of thousands. I'm having to expect some feedback back. Now, do we need to check? Let's say like I'm on a show and someone gets on there and calls me a B. Yeah, that needs to be checked because that's disrespectful. But in the comments, B. Can't protect comments if you're on a public platform, and that goes to white folks. Adele, that we talked about her, she got hated for losing weight. So you know, I'm just looking at that as far as with entertainment. You can't control trolls. That's their job. They have nothing else to do. Ain't never been with a woman, and they 45 years old. And so they're going to be, you know, sending regular stuff. What we have to do is realize that. We have to learn how to move in reality instead of trying to force people to make us feel this way and how to feel protected, because it's not going to happen. So now let's figure out what we're doing to move in a reality base, knowing that every Black man don't feel like they want to protect you, that they need to protect you. Mm-hmm. So now what? If men are telling us, well, you know, we want to protect you, but you've been saying we ain't shit for a long time and making movies out of it, i.e. Wait and Exhale, even, you know, just showing bad Black men as if there's no good ones. So let's give them something to protect if you want them to, if you want to feel protected.